Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a video where I attend my first ever auction and I'm going to show you what I picked up, and I'm also going to show you a few sales that I have made along the way. This video is kind of filmed over the last week or so. It's actually got really cold now. It was warmer last week when I went to the auction, but in the garage it's freezing, hence the hat. So yeah, I can't have the heater on, otherwise you can't hear me talk properly. So and enjoy the sales, and I'll see you back here to show you what I got at the auction. Right, so I've just arrived at my very first auction. Don't really know what to expect. I've arrived to the viewing section. I think it's about 11:15, maybe even a bit later. I think the auction starts at 12. Never been to one, I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm going to try and get some stuff. I don't think I'll be able to record very much, but I'll give it a go. And hopefully, maybe I'll get something. I don't really know. It's a Saturday morning though. And I think this place is so annoying because it's quite local to me, but I think it's shutting down after this one. So this is their last one and my first one. So I'm going to go and have a look around at some stuff though and see if I can't get a few photos of things I'm interested in. Right, so I'm out the auction. It's about 2 PM, so it was probably about 2 hours I was in there. It was decent. My first experience of an auction. I think it went quite well. I got about 5 lots, I think. I'll show you them later, but just off the bat I got 2 lots of boxes of toys for £2 each, so after commission or whatever it is of 15%, it's about £5 all in. So I'll probably make something on them. I found this, probably my favourite thing. Don't really know what it is. I kind of like it though. I got some PlayStations. I got here's some of the toys. A lot of rubbish in that one, but there is like Paw Patrol figures in here, like a whole load of these. So to be honest, that'll probably make the money back. To be honest, I just wanted to buy stuff. I just wanted to buy some stuff at my first auction, so I did. I'm gonna go home in a bit and list a load of stuff, I think, because I found a load of stuff that was sitting in my old bedroom that got brought over. I had like a sealed Amazon Echo in there, had loads of BT Wi-Fi discs and stuff, all this stuff that it wasn't listed, worth quite a lot of money. So I was listing a good bit of that yesterday. I listed the Nintendo Switch as well. You probably saw that in a video as well. But yeah, we'll go back to the garage and actually go through this stuff a bit better now. And remember, if you haven't already, do like and subscribe for more reselling content. Okay, so I'm back in the garage, and just before I show you what I picked up at the auction today, I've actually made a few good sales of some of the stuff that I showed you yesterday, or well, in the previous video. I think it was yesterday I filmed it. Yeah, I made some good sales. Literally overnight I've sold stuff that I listed yesterday, so it's going well. I've already sold the Nintendo Switch Lite. Picked this up off of Vinted literally earlier this week for £68. Listed it at what I thought was the top end price of £150, and it sold pretty much straight away. It's pretty much unused. Yeah, it's definitely unused. It's like mint condition in there. It's been opened, but yeah, £150. That's just a nice flip straight away. Also, when going through some of the stuff from my like old bedroom setup, I actually found a sealed Echo Dot that I never listed, and I would have got that off of Vinted for I don't know what, but I sold it for 35 plus post. These normally go for like 40, but the seal was a bit mashed up, and I kind of want to price stuff to sell now. I don't really want it to sit around for too long, so 35 with post is pretty good. Next, I have this Home Alone Game Gear game that has been, I've had this for so long, and these are sold for like £15 quite commonly, but mine just kept getting offers at like 10, and it was annoying me, and I kept trying to get like a bit more for it, but eventually it's just sat around. I relisted it probably a month ago, and I just took an offer of £10 free post, so it's not bad. I think that was part of some other bundle I got. In the profit though, I think. Next, I've sold one of the vintage board games that I got from a house clearance guy. This one sold for £14.99 plus post. Hopefully that goes as a small parcel. Actually, I'm not sure if it will, but hopefully it does. Yeah, I'm in profit on all this stuff now. I think that's the Game Boy lot I bought, which was something like £80 for everything. So yeah, that gets a good bit of the money back if not. Next I have a fairly cheap box set. I have no idea where it came from. Can't remember where I got it. I don't know if this was part of that. I don't know if that was part of the Game Boy stuff as well. Sold it for £7.99 free postage, so I'll make like £3 on that. But it's sealed, The Natural World. Is it David Attenborough? I don't even know. And for £12.34 I sold Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Just a little bundle. I had 2 bundles of these for ages, and I think this was when Fallout was worth a bit more and they were listed for so long. And these are another one of these things where, like from this massive pile of stuff, it was listed and I just sold similar on it and it's gone. I've sold a lot of stuff that I already had listed just by selling similar. So if you have old items on your store, definitely sell similar. It does shift them. It refreshes the item number and everything. And eBay will look at it as a new listing. I'd say I might even end up doing it every month and reducing stuff down just to move it and just to clear it, or maybe every other month. But yeah, if you've got something that's older than 3 months, I think it is, then I believe it's recommended to sell similar and make a new listing, because otherwise it can kind of die. But now I'll get on to showing you what is in the auction, or what I bought at the auction. There's a few good bits. I'm happy with how it turned out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I got from the auction. I picked up 6 lots. So I spent a grand total of £85.45. I'm going to show you what I picked up now. So starting with this pretty beefy sort of cassette player thing. It is a Sony, I think it's a double cassette. It's quite heavy. How do I open you with the buttons? So I don't know if it works. I need to test it, but yeah, you got that. I paid, what did I pay for this? £8, I think. £6, and then plus the commission, it was £7. So £7 for that. I'm pretty sure there isn't actually any solds on this. I'm going to aim for like 40, or to be honest, it's £7. I don't really care. It's quite heavy. The postage will probably be about £6 on its own. But yeah, there's money in that. Someone will probably buy it. Next, so they had, this was a lot, this box, and I saw it had cameras in it, and that's why I wanted it. So if I find somewhere to put this, I'm gonna rest it there. So in here there is actually 3 cameras, I believe, and a few other decent bits. So first things first, we've got a Sony CyberShot here, and I believe I put batteries in this, and I think it does work. I'm going to say that, and it's not going to turn on now. I don't actually know if these batteries are any good. I did buy new batteries, so I can try those. Anyway, I tested it already. It does work. The batteries are not good. So yeah, there's a Sony CyberShot. I think that's like a £60 camera on its own. So yeah. And then there was a Sony, is this Sony? Yeah, Sony like DVD, CD recording camera. I've never actually seen one like this before. And I've had a lot of cameras, as people know who have been around for a while. I'm also using the front camera, so I can't actually see how well this is going to focus on anything. But there's no charger or anything. I don't think this one takes batteries. I actually don't know how this one even works. There's a, I think it's a charging slot. So I need to buy a charger for it. I think this one is probably 40 quid or so. If it works, I don't know. It is actually a handy cam of some sort. I should say actually, for this box I paid £20 plus £3 commission, so it's £23 all in. So obviously that Sony the working one gets that money back straight away. Yeah, okay, anyway, enough of that. Next camera. It's a Pentax with a lens. I don't normally sell film cameras. I think it's actually a little bit broken. I think this thing here is meant to be longer. I think it's snapped off. I think you just, what do you do? Do you pull it up? There's some way of opening it, and I can't remember how. Yeah, you pull it up and then, whoa, there we go. So yeah. Honestly, I don't know anything about these cameras, but I think that they're worth a bit of money. I think it's like £40, £50, maybe even more. It's got a lens. I don't know much about film cameras. but I'm pretty sure that's decent. I've got a whole bunch of phone cases. I mean, loads of them. I'm not going to sell these on eBay, I don't think, because who buys phone cases? Surely no one. And some of the cases are a bit battered, but I think they're actually all right. Don't know what phone it's even for, but I might just car boot them, or I don't even know. They're called Shielden. The brand is Shielden. Never heard of them myself, but there is, yeah, just a whole bunch of these. They're proper dad cases, if you know what I mean. Yeah, these are not why I bought the thing. I would never buy phone cases normally, so I've got a whole load of those, and I'll probably take those to a car boot and then a charity shop if they don't go, because quite frankly I don't think they're going to sell. So yeah, that was just part of the thing. And the last thing in there that was actually with it is this, which is actually decent. This is a really nice, like, vintage phone sort of thing. It's not like a, they call it like a dial-up. I don't know what you call it. It's before my time. It's vintage style, but it's nice. It looks pretty much good as new. So hopefully it works, and yeah, it's nice. And this, I think, is about £20 on its own. So this nearly pays for the whole thing, which is cool. But yeah, that was that box. So yeah, £23 all in. Not bad. The cameras, if they work, should be decent. I do need to buy a charger for one of them. But yeah, obviously the Sony one gets all the money back. And yeah, these will just be going on the car boot shelf. My car boot shelf is growing. It is just basically stuff that I can't really warrant selling on eBay. It's just not really got any value to it. So I think next season I'm going to go and do like a big car boot, hopefully, and just take all my crap there and hopefully get rid of some of it. And then, but it's not all crap. Some of it's like sealed box sets, but they're just not worth anything. But to someone they might be. So, you know. Next, I bought this G-Tech Hoover. It's not got a battery. Okay, so it's I need to buy a battery for it. I bought it for £8. It's a bit dirty. It's not that bad though. And I think this might have been a fail. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're worth. I think they're like 40 to 60 quid, but the battery themselves might be quite expensive. I paid £8 for it. £8 with, I think, yeah, £1.20 commission, so £9.20. If I can get a charger, not a charger, a battery, or whatever, however you buy it, if it comes with a charger, I'm not sure. I think the batteries are 30, so £40, and then hopefully maybe I can get 80. Like I said, someone got 90 for it. So two people got 90. Who knows? Maybe I can get a cheaper battery. That one might have been a fail, or just a lot of hassle for something that is quite big, and I don't actually know how to send that over. So maybe a bit of an idiot, but I got carried away. That leaves us with 3 more lots. So the next one, I will show you this. Put my receipts away. And these are batteries. These were not with it. I bought a load of batteries for testing. Right. So this is a box of what they had labelled as soldiers, which obviously, if you know anything about anything, they're Star Wars. A whole bunch of these guys, and I think they're called mashup figures. Mashup or mash heroes or something like that. I'll put it in, I'll overlay it. And there is actually some other little Star Wars figures in here. These things are actually not worth this. This might be the best pickup of the day, just for money into like value. No, I know someone had sold this General Grievous figure for like 15 quid on his own. However, his lightsabers seem to be broken. Anyway, I paid £2 for all of them, plus commission, so it was a grand total of £3. Although what's happened here is there's clearly a minimum commission of £1, because they told me commission was 15%, and I paid £3 all in, but I paid £2, so they must be a minimum commission. But anyway, so yeah, £3 then, I guess. People sell bundles of these for like 20, 30, 40 quid, depends how many there are. I think I've probably got at least £30 worth of these things. There's probably 10 to 15 characters in here. C-3PO, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Boba Fett, that guy, forgotten his name. I haven't actually I've watched Star Wars once. I'm so annoyed about the General Grievous being snapped though. You know, like lightsabers and randomly a little fish. What is that? Made in Wade porcelain fish thing. Yeah, so that was £3 into 30 quite easily, I'm pretty sure. So that's actually good. I bought a bundle of PlayStations, consoles. So I paid £35, £40.25 all in with commission, and there was 3 PlayStation consoles. So there was a PS2 Slim. Again, I don't know if I overpaid. I don't deal in consoles that much. PS2 Slim, one of these PlayStation 1 mini sort of ones, and a PlayStation 3, which I would show you, but everyone knows what one of those looks like. Sony wireless controller, probably for the PS3. There's a PlayStation 1 controller. There's a memory card, power cables and stuff. There's that. And then there's two controllers for the PlayStation 2, I believe. They're not. See, what's annoying is these are not original. So that was probably stupid. And then, yeah, the PlayStation 3. What I'm quickly realising as well is there is probably not all of the cables for these. So, yeah. I don't know. I do want to refurb consoles though, so I kind of got these to do that with a bit, maybe practice with them. I don't actually have room to refurbish stuff yet, but I'm going to try and get a shed. I was going to use the summer house, but I'm turning it into a gym now. But £45, I reckon I should get most of that back if I do the Slim and maybe the mini PlayStation 1 with some fodder games. I'll probably make money, to be honest. And finally, it is another £2 purchase. Now this was an absolute punt, I can't lie. No one wanted it, no one was bidding on it. So I thought for £2, I would take it. There is definitely rubbish in here, like this. I don't want that, and I don't think anyone's going to want that. Yeah, it's basically a box full of random toys. A lot of it is crap. But I did see a bunch of these Paw Patrol figures in here. There's loads of these guys. So I'll be able to sell all of these, definitely. Probably, from what I've seen, for like 15 or so pounds, maybe more. Ooh, this is a really cheap fidget spinner. Like a McDonald's toy. There's My Little Ponies that are definitely worthless because they're just new ones. Actually this, yeah, so this, I saw this. This is a Paw Patrol figure, and people have sold this on its own for like 10 or 15 pounds, something weird. So yeah, I'll probably sell him and get the money back. There's just all sorts of random crap in here, to be honest. There's loads of pairs of sunglasses. There is a weird fishing game that I actually probably could sell because it's all there. There's loads of them. There's two rods. There is a Thor figure. Being honest, again, I just bought this because no one wanted it, and I was just like, you know what, it might be fun to look through. It is mostly rubbish. Like, there's like these little colouring books that are definitely worth nothing. I think people have sold this. I found this. Let me put this down. So I had actually found this weird T-Rex like hand figure puppet thing, and people had sold this. I have no idea why, but yeah. But anyway, £3 all in. I'll make money on it. It's just a lot of crap. I'll probably take some of it to the car boot maybe and just put it in like a 20p box. I don't even know if people would look through it. Yeah, it's random. It's basically rubbish, but I enjoy looking through it, so it's fine. And that is everything. So really, the car boot I spent, the auction I spent £85, and the boom box, the cameras and stuff. I would hope to, I don't know. To be honest, I'll probably hope to get over 300 quid back, considering the 3 cameras I've got. Hopefully they all work. The phone, the consoles, the boom box is probably going to be 50 on its own. 30 quid or so for those Star Wars toys. Out of here, maybe another 25. Where else? Yeah, to be honest, most of the money's in the cameras and the boombox. Oh yeah, and the Hoover actually. So yeah, it will be over 300. So it's not bad in the end, really, is it? A bit of work looking through all of that, but that's fine. Anyway, I'm back to having to list quite heavily because it's still a mess, as you can see. There's still a lot of stuff there, but I have been getting through some, and I need to get through more. So I'm going to hopefully list some of this tonight, but I'm going to be listing a whole bunch of stuff. So if you like this content and enjoy the channel and enjoy the video, please do give it a like, because we're trying to build the channel back up and get it pushed out to more people again since being away for a while. And if you did enjoy the content, do remember to subscribe for more. I'm going to be doing a vintage video very soon. I know a lot of people like that before. I've got a whole bunch of parcels inside. I'm just waiting for the last few to arrive, and then I'm going to film that as well, so that'll be fun. That being said, have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost.